All right, we're back, and got to point out, Matt's back.
Hello.
Hey, oh my gosh. The band's back together. We weren't together last week at all because of the outage, and then Friday was, of course, you're not here on Fridays. So, wow, it's good to have you back.
I know, it's
Joe,
good to be back.
Always good to be here with Joe as well, but I haven't been with you in a couple of weeks because you've been on vacation everywhere else.
Oh, I'm going back on vacation in a week and a half.
I should have known. Anyway, it's the Whiting-Robertsdale Chamber of Commerce show on WJOB, 1230 AM, 104.7 FM. The little history of the Whiting-Robertsdale Chamber of Commerce on WJOB, it actually has been part of the community programming initiative all the way back to the 1970s. A guy named Irv Lewin, many people remember Irv Lewin, and Irv used to sub out some of his time to local organizations. He was really the guy that started the community programming initiative on WJOB back in the day, and the Whiting-Robertsdale Chamber was one of the first organizations to say yes to Irv Lewin, who used to own a couple of clothing stores. Lewin and Wolf, they were in Whiting and East Chicago, and so here we are many years later, and we're still talking about the Whiting-Robertsdale Chamber of Commerce, and we're here with our new executive director, Joe Merzen. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Tom. Thanks for having me on today.
And, Joe, you've got lots of announcements, so let's go right to the announcements.
Yeah, we're just coming off of our hottest event of the year, Pierogi Fest.
Literally hottest. It was very hot.
Absolutely.
And very rainy.
Tom's last, my first, was a success, so glad we made it through, and we're on to the August events here. So first off, we got our Sheridan Summer Concert Series held every Friday at Sheridan Plaza from 7 to 10. So the first one on Friday, August 8, we have Eras. The following week, we have Big City. Following week, we have Elvis Diet. And then to cap off August, on Friday, August 29th, we have Little Giant, all hosted by Arts Alive.
Those are always on Friday nights. They're at Sheridan Avenue. They block off the street. It's a good time for a lot of people. You can go to dinner and then walk down and listen to the concert.
Yeah, 119th Street is extremely lively on those nights. Pull out your lawn chairs, bring up a cooler, have a good time with some family, listen to some good music. Gives you a reason to get outside on a summer night on Friday.
And even bring the dog.
Even bring the dog, yes. If they're not afraid of loud noises.
That's true.
Following the Arts Alive trend, Arts Alive open mic night on Wednesday, August 13th.
I know somebody that's involved with that.
You know what? I might be a little tied in there.
I think you might. I think maybe you need to explain that.
Yeah. So my father, Jim Merzen, hosts these open mic nights. Longtime musician, still kicking, still playing the guitar, and he loves putting on for some local musicians, gives them a chance to get up there, get on stage, and get some new faces behind the microphone.
And I've been friends with Jim for years, and I got to say, not afraid to go out and hit some golf balls with his son, as he did last Saturday.
Yes. Tom and I saw a lot of each other, during Pierogi Fest planning and Pierogi Fest weekend. And I think we had some pent-up aggression that we needed to take out on some golf balls, and ended up running into each other at the Lost Marsh Golf Range.
And I just have to say this. I got they only have the small and medium bucket, and I hit a medium bucket, and actually my swing wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, especially with my 7-iron. And here's the bad thing. I know I'll go back there again this week, and I'll be horrible. I haven't hit a golf ball in 2 or 3 years. I will not be able to hit the side of a barn this week. But when you and your dad were there, as you guys were leaving, I'm like, hey, what are you leaving for? I'm like, this is great. I mean, I was really hitting. I mean, not just off the tee. And I was having no problem. And all I can say is this week, it'll be horrible.
Oh, I can second that. If my wife had $1 for every time I went home and said, Emma, I have it figured out, I probably wouldn't be working at the chamber.
Well, it was good to see you both out there. Anyway, continuing on about the open mic night.
Yeah. So the open mic nights are on August 13th and September 10th, Wednesdays. Sign-ups start at 6 p.m. and the performances start at 7 p.m. So
Matt and I can go out there and we can actually go and we can perform. And basically Matt's like, there's no chance. Yeah, we're not going.
No, I know some people who'd want to do it.
Yeah, but you're not doing it with me. You and I aren't doing it.
Oh, no, we're doing it.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, we're doing it.
What are we doing? What are we playing?
What do you want to play?
Simon and Garfunkel. What else?
Okay, there you go.
I know all the words. As long as you can play, I know the words.
I can pretend to play.
There you go. There you are.
I think a nice little duet, picture by Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock, but you guys will have to fight over who gets to be Cheryl.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. All right, moving right along.
So the next on the hit list here is Summer with the Symphony at Whiting Lakefront Park. Symphonies are held on Saturday, August 16th and Saturday, August 31st, both starting at 7:30 p.m. at the Whiting Lakefront Pavilion, hosted by Maestro Robert Vodnoy. So on August 16th, we have a night on Broadway, and then on the 31st, we have Genius of American Music, final Labor Day weekend concert.
Yeah, and that one also is the concert that features the fireworks at the end.
Correct.
So a lot of people always ask about that concert. So that's coming up on Labor Day weekend. What else?
Friday, August 8th, we have the Gary Shakespeare Company presents Measure for Measure at 7 p.m. at Calumet College of St. Joseph's. Bringing a chair and some snacks is recommended. So come on out, see some, good old, what's the word I'm looking for? Live performances. It's early, folks.
Not a problem.
Wednesday, August 13th, we have Hazardous Waste Day Collection, City of Whiting, from 2 to 6 p.m. And you'll be meeting at the Whiting Public Works Garage, 1915 Front Street. Moving on, we have Crime Watch meeting on Thursday, August 14th, also at Calumet College of St. Joseph, room 200, starting at 6:30 p.m. And then on the same topic of live performances, Sunday, August 17th and Monday, August 18th, the Marion Theater Guild will be holding auditions for their fall musical, which is A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum.
Yeah, and just to mention, Marion Theater Guild is the oldest community theater organization in the state of Indiana.
I did not know that.
Yeah, been around for a long time.
All right. So the auditions will be held on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. and Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Marion Memorial Auditorium, located at St. John the Baptist Catholic School on 119th Street in Lincoln. And then going back to more of the business side of events we have going on, Saturday, August 23rd, there will be a lemonade bingo held at various storefronts participating throughout 119th Street in downtown Whiting from 11 to 2 p.m. And there is more information found on Facebook for all those that are interested in coming on out and supporting those local businesses. On Tuesday, August 26th, Whiting-Robertsdale Historical Society will be hosting a special exhibit. This is a hot ticket item, folks. People have been coming in buying tickets left and right since they went on sale August 1st. This will be commemorating the 70th anniversary of the Standard Oil Refinery fire of 1955 and will be held at Calumet College of St. Joseph in room 200. Doors open at 5 p.m., exhibit opens at 6 p.m., and tickets are $10 and are available at the Chamber of Commerce and other select businesses, also at the Whiting Historical Society.
And by the way, the fire at the time was the largest industrial fire in U.S. history. So it was quite a fire. You see the photos. It was back in the day. It was the centerfold of Life magazine. It was in the New York Times. It was on in Time magazine, and I mean it was quite an explosion in fire that rocked not only the Whiting community for several days, but really had an impact nationwide at the time. It was a massive story.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tom. A lot of people probably don't know this, but I think the BP refinery is the second or third largest in the U.S.
Actually, it's their largest, and it's one of only two or three two-line refineries. So basically, it has two. It's kind of two refineries in one, and of course, back when it exploded, it was the world's largest refinery. So. Matt, did you say we have a phone call? We have a phone call, so let's stop with announcements and take the caller. Good morning, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom, it's Mad Mac. Hey, I noticed your guest there. I think I recognize him. I guess he's an open mic guy, but is he also a pickleball guy?
Yes, that is correct.
Now the truth comes out. He plays pickleball.
fellow pickleballer here. Is it?
Yeah, I didn't know. What is your first name again?
Joe.
So, yeah, we played before. It's my name's Mike, but I'm on the radio here with Tom and these guys every once in a while.
I actually
I'm
thought I
not sure
saw
if you
that.
recognize my voice.
This is Mike McElhaney, right?
Yep.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe, he's one of the more accomplished players there, Tom, so give him a little respect, all right?
All right. Hey, you know what? That's few and far between. A compliment on pickleball from Matt Mack.
Hey, you know what? I love playing with everyone, and that's the best thing about the sport is it brings the community together, and you can play with people from all ages, all different backgrounds. And if you haven't tried it out, and you're a former athlete or current athlete, it's a great way to get that competitive edge and those competitive juices flowing again.
So you're telling me Elliot's without naming last names, Elliot's taking this one up?
I actually got Elliot hooked on it.
I should have known.
Back in December.
I should have known.
Yep. So.
Yeah, Joe's got me by half a step only because he's like 40 years younger than me. So what are you going to do, right?
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, good seeing you on the radio, man. Good luck with the chamber.
Likewise. I'll see you soon.
All right. Hey, a compliment from Mad Mac. That's basically noteworthy, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Continuing on with the announcements.
All right. To cap off the announcements here for the Chamber of Commerce, this one is not an August event, but it is one of the larger events held in Whiting. Coming in September, we have Empanada Fest, which will be held Saturday, September 6th from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at the Whiting Lakefront Park. There will be food, music, beer garden, entertainment, and more. So come on out, folks. Celebrate, the end of summer and come get some good Mexican food and enjoy the good people. So.
And I have one more announcement. As I told you, this got emailed to us last night. But on September 4th, from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Emerald Green at Lost Marsh, which of course is the restaurant over at Lost Marsh Golf Course, they're holding a Pause for the Cause. It is a benefit for the Whiting Animal Shelter. It's in cooperation with Gimme Shelter, which is part of the Whiting-Robertsdale Community Improvement Corporation, which I'm on the board of. And the tickets are $50. It will include finger food, music, and a cash bar, and a lot of fun. Tickets are available at the Whiting-Robertsdale Chamber of Commerce, Rebecca's Hair Care, and Center Lounge. They're $50. All proceeds go to support the Whiting Animal Shelter, and Whiting Animal Shelter really supports Whiting-Robertsdale because there's lots of Robertsdale stray dogs and cats that end up there as well. So this is a great way to go out and support the pets in our community. There are sponsor opportunities as well. And for more information, you can call Whiting City Hall at 219-659-7700. Again, this is a fundraiser for the Whiting Animal Shelter called Pause for the Cause. And tickets are $50, and that'll be on September 4th, 2025, from 6 to 9 p.m. at Emerald Green at Lost Marsh. And again, if you'd like more information, just give the City of Whiting a call at 219-659-7700. Or if you want information about any of the things that Joe has mentioned this morning, you can call the Chamber of Commerce, right?
Yeah, you can reach us at 219-659-0292 and just ask for Joe.
Yeah, and Joe and Elliot are there, and there's lots going on. Also should mention that the Right Stuff was on hiatus for a month, the month of August, so there was no newspaper. So if you live in North Hammond, Robertsdale, or Whiting, you know exactly what you're missing because the Chamber of Commerce publishes its own newspaper once a month.
Yeah. So we took a brief hiatus in the month of August and kind of combined July and August together. We'll be back strong in September. So our editor was actually doing me a huge favor and getting me up to speed with the beginning of June being my start date for the Chamber of Commerce. So just kind of getting me up to speed, helping me get my feet on the ground, as I learn a new role and take on a massive undertaking like Pierogi Fest. So big shout out to Elliot Bebot for getting me through the last 2 months.
Yeah, and Elliot has been on the radio before, largely for Marion Theater Guild, because he also has a lot of talents that I don't have, performance-wise. Although we're going to prove otherwise, because Matt and I are going to join up. We're going to lip sync. We're going to lip sync to Simon and Garfunkel in those open mic nights.
Lip sync? No, we're actually singing.
Yeah, well, you know what? I just read about the fundraiser for Gimme Shelter. I don't think we want to do that to the pets and the animals up in Whiting, Robertsdale. But again, I know some people had asked. I ran into somebody the other day at Stragavan Till. They were from North Hammond. They said, "Hey, did you discontinue the newspaper in North Hammond?" I said, "No, absolutely not. We just took the month off." They missed the announcement, so it'll be back. And it has all kinds of feature columns and stories. And the oldest column, I think, in the paper is me. Because my column actually existed before The Right Stuff. So I've been writing a column since we had John Doherty on this morning. He said he's been writing a column since 1985 for the Times. I've been writing a column, local column in Whiting-Robertsdale, North Hammond, since 1989 or 1990. So,
yeah, I mean, it's a great platform for, our citizens to kind of be heard. And Elliot does a great job putting together, a different newspaper each time. Want to also give a big thank you to our advertisers who help make The Right Stuff happen. It's a big outlet to kind of get some of our local businesses' names out there in front of 8,000 people that we distribute to monthly. So it's one of those unique offerings that the Whiting-Robertsdale community has, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, and we should talk too a little bit about. We don't have a guest today, but we have a lot of restaurants and a lot of places to go and visit in Whiting-Robertsdale and North Hammond. So mentioned Emerald Green. You got Frankie V's. We talk a lot about 119th Street, but there are lots of members and lots of businesses that aren't on 119th Street. 119th Street is the downtown area, but there are a lot of others that deserve your support and consideration. I mean, Lost Marsh, Emerald Green. I know for a fact that you were there last week. Before I saw you there golfing, you were there for dinner, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's a unique venue because you've got that view, right?
Exactly. And, if you're looking for a reason other than helping the pets for the Gimme Shelter, you can't beat that view, golfer or not, when the sun is rising over that balcony. I think it's one of the best places to eat in Northwest Indiana as far as views go.
Yeah, although I think you mean sun setting. Because you wouldn't be
sunrise.
out there. You wouldn't be out there.
I don't
at 5:30
think they do
in the morning.
breakfast.
No. But sun setting, and again, it's. I just didn't want to give people the idea that they're open for breakfast, but it is a great. It's a great place to sit and just enjoy, and you've got that view, and you've got the whole view of Whiting-Robertsdale, and of course St. John Church kind of sits in the middle, and it's a spectacular view. You can see the skyline of Chicago off to the to the northwest, if you will, and you're overlooking the golf course, and you're overlooking George Lake, Wolf Lake. You can see Calumet College. You see the whole community. It's really a neat view. So that's a great place. And then shout out to Frankie V's, Martina and Jeff. Great place, great food. So I want to mention them as well, because those are some chamber members that, again, we spend a lot of time when we do the announcements talking about 119th Street, and rightly so. But there are other businesses and other venues that are worthy of consideration when you go up to Whiting-Robertsdale.
Yeah, absolutely. Frankie V's is on the corner of 119th Street in Calumet, so about a mile up the road from Emerald Green. We have a lot of great business owners in the Whiting-Robertsdale community, and the more that we can bring visibility and help to these businesses, I think that the more businesses we'll be able to bring into Whiting. And
when we had Pierogi Fest on Sunday, we had the Are You Smarter Than a University of Chicago Physician? The physicians won this year, so it's an even score now, but. the physicians were excited to go to Mindbenders. They had heard about Mindbenders, and they knew about it, and they said, we have to stop at Mindbenders. So I know a number of the physicians went over there, and Mindbenders is such a unique store. We were talking about Trucker Mike this morning. Trucker Mike loves the place. I mean, it's an eclectic mix of toys, games, dolls, you name it, they have it, but especially the games. I mean, the games are just phenomenal board games that take hours and hours to set up. So you lose me right off the bat, but I know my son loves it, and a number of your friends are really into them. So
Yeah. I mean, as we get older, the bar scene isn't probably where I want to be. So, a nice game night with some friends is a great place to be, on Friday, Saturday nights. And, Joel is an extremely passionate business owner. So if you're unsure about what you need or what your kid needs, as far as games go, he'll be able to point you in the right direction and show you something that they won't be able to put down.
yeah, and he has that knowledge. I mean, there's been a huge resurgence of board games. Okay, so when I was a kid, Monopoly, Risk, games like that were really popular, and then they went by the wayside, and electronic games took over, and then all of a sudden, board games came back with a passion. And what's really great is my son Tom. Every year, it's just a rite of passage. I'm going to get him a board game, and I'll walk into Mindbenders at Christmas time, and Joel will say, "I know which game he needs," and he's always right on target. It's like, wow, how did you know this? And I actually asked Tom. I said, "Did you just call and tell him?" He's like, "No, I didn't call him at all," and he knows which are the hot board games that are out there, but like I said, when you set up these games, especially these war games, and it takes 2 hours to set them up, it's like, okay, I'm getting old. I fall asleep in the chair, and then some of the very individuals that have to wake me up and tell me to throw the dice. I throw the dice, and they're like, "Oh, you're out of it anyway." So it's like, "Yep, that's for sure." So no, Mindbenders is great, and Suncatchers. Suncatchers is a great eclectic store, all kinds of neat little things, and we've got some new businesses too that have come to town. Region Records, for example, is there, and
very similar to how you mentioned about board games are making a comeback. Everything is cyclical, and Region Records is one of our new businesses right down the street from the Chamber of Commerce. And if you're into music and you're into records, come check out this place. Help support them. Yeah. One of the businesses that should thrive in Whiting.
Yeah.
And maybe my dad over there will pop in and
you
grab
never
a few
know.
records.
You never know. Yeah, he may do that. He may do that. Well, this actually takes us to the end of the Whiting-Robertsdale Chamber of Commerce show on WJOB. Again, first Wednesday of every month at 8:30 a.m. We bring you announcements and information about Whiting-Robertsdale and North Hammond for listeners and viewers. And most importantly, come out, see what the community has to offer. If you need more information, you can always call the Chamber of Commerce at
219-659-0292.
All right, folks. And that wraps up my day on WJOB. I'll be back here next Wednesday starting at 6 a.m. with the morning call. Have a great day, great week. Again, keep it tuned all day, all week right here to WJOB, 1230 AM, 104.7 FM. Have a great day.
Imagine being able to build